Gents, I just want to pause the episode for a moment to let you know about the Strong Men of Value Academy. You will have heard me refer to it a number of times, and I want to bring more attention to it. So this isn't just a program, it's a life-changing environment and community of men who are focused on personal and professional growth. We're looking at areas of relationships, wealth, and health, things to help you thrive and maximize your life. Imagine having bi-monthly one-on-one coaching sessions with myself, weekly group coaching calls, and an incredible brotherhood of high achievers by your side. Now we're diving into resilience, leadership, and holistic growth to not just succeed in your career, but to thrive in your health and your relationships. Your journey to greatness, it starts here. So join the movement and you can apply for the Strong Men of Value Academy. You can head to themanthatcanproject.com to find out more.
You're listening to The Man That Can Project with Lockie Stewart, a global movement created to empower men and open up what's really going through their minds by having real and raw conversations about life's unique challenges and our individual ways of processing it all. Welcome to The Man That Can Project.
What is up, gentlemen, lads, men, dudes? It is Wednesday, the 8th of July, 5:26 p.m., and I'm watching the sunset out the office window, and I am absolutely shattered. And by shattered, I mean fatigued, tired. I always find myself on a Wednesday feeling very drained. Obviously, you know, an accumulation, of training. I have a very heavy volume and load Monday, Tuesday, and then obviously coming off a big week previously. And by Wednesday's session, Thursday, I'm looking for a rest day, which is tomorrow, and I cannot wait to have a sauna, get a massage, and get in the ice baths because just need to freshen up. But more importantly, let's have a chat. So, for those who have been following the Instagram lately, you'll notice now, there's a lot more stuff about worthiness and putting content out there for those of you men who don't feel worthy or who are sick of not feeling worthy. And Tuesday, I asked the question, have you ever struggled with low self-worth? And I got a lot of messages from that post, and more than I've had in a long time. I've had today alone, I've had 6 consult calls yesterday. I had 7, and that probably also adds to why I feel a little bit tired. But I'm also, super proud of you men who are reaching out. Right? It's that post of me sitting in the deck chair there is made a lot of you, or has struck a chord with a few of you. Right? And it's been a relatable story. So if you haven't read that one yet, head over to the Man That Can Project's Instagram page. Look for the low self-worth one with me sitting in the campus chair back in 2011, and you can follow on. But today we want to talk about removing the mask, right? You are worthy. And the reason why I talk about removing the mask, and it's something that I embraced and really continue to practice. I'm not perfect. There's times where I fall back into old habits, but it's something that I definitely prioritize and am intentional with, is because life can get very confusing. There was a point in my life, and probably even up until 2-3 years ago, where I felt, it was imposter syndrome definitely, but I felt I, had to be a certain person. I had to act a certain way when I was around various types of people. And because I was doing this, without even me realizing, it was very taxing, right? I felt very tired and confused. I wasn't really certain on who I was as an individual, what I felt I believed in, what I felt I enjoyed, because, I was just like a chameleon. I was trying to blend in with everyone else, and you can only imagine, right, how confusing that can get when you're pretending to be someone rather than just being your authentic self across the board, right? It's so important to remove the mask, right? To decide on who you are as a man, how you want to show up in the world, and how you are going to continue showing up in all aspects of your life, right? And why it's powerful is because the moment that you have one less decision, right, and you see Mark Zuckerberg and Warren Buffett have whether they have spoken about it or whether people have just made memes or posts about it, but it's like they want one less decision, so they wear the same clothes every day. If you want one less decision as an individual, be the same person every day. And I don't mean be the same person in the way of never grow. I mean, decide on who you want to be as an individual, and don't feel that you need to hide or enhance parts of that when you're in certain situations. I know when, as I mentioned before, I've experienced imposter syndrome before, and there's been times where I've sit there and I've felt like I could add a heap of value, but I just haven't. Okay, and I've soaked it in, which hasn't always been the worst thing in the world, but there's a lot of us walking around the place and we're really confused with who we are as men. And it's hard to be confident in who you are. It's hard to value yourself if you're not showing any consistency. So that's why I speak about removing the masks, gents, and being authentic to who you want to be. And the more you practice being that person, the more confident you'll become. Right? It's like if you were to run 5K every day. And if you do that, that's freaking amazing, because I can't do that. But if you were to run 5K every day, when you first think about it, right, it's like, well, is that capable? Am I capable of that? How quick am I going to go? Am I going to get injuries? What shoes do I need to wear? What hat do I need to wear? Do I need to get a phone armband? All these things are going to go through because you've never done it before. But then after you start doing it, you start seeing what your body's capable of, and you get to a point where you can eventually start running 5 kilometers a day, and you know what your splits are, you know how long you can do it, you know how you pull up after doing it, and all these sorts of things start to become easier because you've been intentional and you've focused. And the same goes with deciding about who you want to be as an individual, blokes. Right? Removing the mask and going, this is who I am. I accept who I am right now, and I'm very excited to bring this to the world, but I also am excited to get that little bit better each day. This is how I feel I want to live my life at this point in time. It's completely okay. And through that, guys, you're going to find the right people that you want to spend around, because I know too well there's a ton of you out there who are hanging around with people that you don't necessarily enjoy being around, but because you just blend in and you don't want to upset anyone or anything like that, you don't have those conversations that need to be had in order to get you to the level of fulfillment you want from your life. So it comes back to taking control, guys, but ultimately removing the mask and stepping up and being proud of who you are as a person, being proud of who you are as a man. And I'm excited to see more of you step up and take ownership for your lives and be the man that you guys know you want to be and know that you can be. And that's enough for me today on this Wednesday, gents. Have an incredible evening. If you got value from this episode, remember, please continue to share on socials, tag me. And if you aren't a member of the Man That Can Project's Facebook community yet, search the Man That Can Project. There'll be a group and there'll also be a page. Like one, join the other. Look forward to seeing you guys in there. Thank you for listening to the Man That Can Project podcast. My name is Lockie Stewart, and I hope you enjoyed this episode and found it helpful. If you did, please take a moment to rate and review the Man That Can Project on your favorite podcast platform. And don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date with our newest episodes. We'll see you again next time.